Thank God for that. There, you see, there's always something. If there's one bite left of the apple, thank God for that. If you still hear prayer in a chapel, thank God for that. It's your turn that you're really hopeless and playing baseball. Hey, to chase ball.
They break the bat.
Thank God for that. If there's one chip left in the wagon, thank God for that.
If there's one wheel left on your wagon, thank God for that.
When your partner throws a rope to you down a precipice, if he doesn't twist, thank God for that. Many times in a hostile world you'll feel you're out there, lost all alone in the middle of the night. If it's all looking black, then you should be more aware. Look hard enough and you'll find a ray of light. Or several. If there's one egg left in your basket, thank God for that. Every day the side of your casket, thank God for that. When your ship goes to the bottom, you're swimming in the dark, floating solitaire
In your underwear.
with your derriere, miles from anywhere. Haven't seen a shark, thank God for that. Now what have you got in that pot, Emma? I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
We should be so lucky.
I hope it's all right. The Lord bless this food to our use and us to his service. In Jesus' name, amen. Beans again? Well, there wasn't enough money for bacon to have with them. And the butcher said no discounts for holy rollers. Well, I'm beans are very nutritious. Oh, and tomorrow morning we'll put in a special prayer for the greater understanding of the butcher. As long as there's a scrape in your saucepan, thank God for that. If you're strong and eat like a horse can, thank God for that. Even if you find the wolf is there howling at your door, strapped for revenue,
That's long overdue.
lining up for stew on the avenue,
Turning slightly blue.
paper in your shoe,
And your life is a great big irony.
walk in London or lost in Labrador. Don't you not just begin by a meteor. You know who to thank.
My mother. You know who to thank.
The butcher. You know who to thank. Thank God for
Our modern age has people's brains a-tumbling. Confusion, it's a man from every side. As the pillars of society keep crumbling, people need the very thing we can provide. Simple answers, that's what they want to hear. They need those simple answers back again. So give them simple answers to the questions they all fear. They want a yes or no, not maybe now and then. And then there's just one thing to remember, and it's right there in the good book, in the words of the greatest salesman of all time. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
And if at first you don't succeed,
Try brass knuckles.
Thank
blip upon a very minor planet in a galaxy that's spinning into space. I only hate my boss because I'm anally fixated and a chimpanzee begat the human race. It isn't really love I feel, it's only my libido and the pressure of secretions in my glands. Tell me, Darwin, Pavlov, Einstein, Freud, why can't I understand?
Give us simple answers. Simple answers.
My baby's face, she's late because the car ran out of gas and the petting party lasted until 3. The cigarette between her lips appears a little crash. She's only dressed between the nipple and the knee. Her curve both a polished snake, a drip of patent hair. She'll have another dozen like him before long. And all I ask is, tell me, someone, where did I go wrong?
Give us simple answers.
Simple answers.
The man who runs for office knows for sure he's gonna win, cause the mob has paid the voters for the day. And the only crook who's richer than the crook who makes the gin is the crook he pays to look the other way. And the biggest prize of all is still the White House, cause it's where you get to take the people's taxes out on loan. Tell me why my only heroes now are guys like Al Capone.
Give us simple answers. Oh, black and white, who do you find? And simple answers that'll pay. So give us simple answers. Gray might as well be blue. Change a yes or no for maybe any day. We want a yes or no. We want a yes or no for maybe now and then. Come unto him, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and he will give you rest. Come and lay your burdens at his feet, and he will lift you up into everlasting joy. It was for you he died, for you. Come. Nothing can part us. Not all of Satan's forces, nothing. Pray that it will always be so. Pray that we're in the center of God's will. Pray for me. I know he needs me. I feel his hand. 10,000 voices. I understand. Their tongues are his to speak. Their eyes to see. Their hearts reach out to say how deeply he needs me. I know he needs me. Needs my will. Needs my voice saying, "Hear us and stay." He needs my hands to touch, my back to bend, my arms to grasp and grip, my fervent heart to bear. I'll take
A preacher new in town who'll have a role to play. From now on, it's easy street. 'Cause she is here to stay. Aimee, her the latest hits, Aimee. She's the greatest, she'll never let you down when you need a show. If you're drumming in back of G or big time sin, then she'll have something to say. If your trouble is rank and blue or like a news, she'll put jazz in your day. That's your lollipop, Aimee. She's the one to see, Aimee. It's hard for me, let me have a scoop so I get my pay. When the president's boring teams are scoring out the pose, taking a rest. Never mind, we got Aimee Semple's temple now. Christ, it's like being blessed. Hallelujah! It's Aimee. She's the one to know, Aimee. She's a hit, so catch me out these knees and hit that parade.
If the flickers aren't simple, take a thimble, tie them up and roll them out. Need a pair of L-Williams and a wrist.
Now move, it's Aimee's big day. Get your lollipop, Aimee. She's the one to see, Aimee. He is not to me, let me have a scoop so I get my pay. She's the one to know, Aimee. She's a hit, so catch me out these knees and hit that parade.
That's my girl. I'm gonna tell the world that she's got just what it takes. That's my girl. Dusk to dawn until eyed with pride The globe awakes from town to town. I'm gonna let them know it's time those flags should unfurl. Come on down, bring a crown, get out your Sunday best, 'cause that's my girl. And when the last blast of the trumpet rings the call of Judgment Day, and old St. Pete, sweet, takes his pen in hand, I will understand he's about to say that your girl. Well, Minnie, honey, you did great when you managed that. Clouds swirl, flocks of seraphim with all 6 wings going, pitter-pat, the stars aglow. Now Gabriel needs a cheer, the heavenly host in our world. They all know, could I crow, you bet your life, St. Peter, that's my girl.
Put out the fire! When the problems mount too high to oversee, there are lessons to learn from your history. For the heroes who fill up each musty bore.
Take a look.
Not unlike you, were
Of their mister.
Joan of Arc, well, she had hell to pay, but for France and made the English pray. Just one problem that she couldn't fix. Yeah, she had the daring to win and a great suit of tin, but the poor dear was a heretic. She could have had the joy of Jesus.
Get the joy.
And because of the life that he is.
Lonely boy.
So remember when conceit is found you, when the flames are leaping high. If you prefer to pass and roast and let your armor down and let the Holy Ghost in. Mrs. O'Leary had a Guernsey cow. Only God knows where the cow is now. Gave a lighted lantern one good poke. Then when she was chewing her cud and enjoying the mud, all she called the town went up in smoke. She could have had the joy of Jesus.
Get the joy.
And because of the life it eases.
Lonely boy.
When inquisitors are all around you and the flames are leaping high, your tail can't singe, you won't be moving if your front end knows what your back end's doing.
Let the water come flowing down. Let the light break through all around. Let his power flow like a river o'er the wide, and he will put an end to your heart. Come and get the joy of Jesus. 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 Get the joy, lonely boy. Come and get the joy of Jesus.
Lucifer was once an angel bright, led those heavenly choirs through the night. Only trouble was his jealousy. Said, why Jehovah the star when he's not up to par? The best God in this place is me. He could have had the joy of Jesus.
Get the joy,
And because of the life that he is.
lonely boy.
So remember when conceit has found you, the flames are leaping high. The last is first and the first is you. If you want to be first,
a working girl. Did she really think that she was being fair? No, anyone who deemed a dime of sense in her would postulate that the moon is green. Anyone who'd leap to her defense infer the cost you pay to live another day is worth it. Prayer is always heard and love is sweet. Fortunately, I have lived a bit. Unfortunately, maybe I'll admit I'm a little old to fly again. So consequently, I am not about to try to. Hell, I die too. Why did she send those eyes tingling right through me? Me dancing on a wire here in midair. If I was suicidal enough to spread my wings, could there really be a woman who might care?
I confess I'm a man who has lived a bit. I've been through the war, I've been through a wife. But regardless of what I have made of it, the thing I believe in is a lie. Tingle in the air at dawn by the side of the ocean. Dazzle as the glare goes on out as far as you can see. Doesn't that old sun keep each of the planets in motion? Isn't that light enough for you? Maybe it's not bright enough for you. Conjugate the rain and thunder in dozens of tenses. Calculate the shades of wonder from high upon a hill. You don't get too much avoiding the sense of your senses. We were meant to touch, so touch just as much as you will. But you can spare me the saints, the poor ascetics, hermetically sealed up. They're so apologetic that life hasn't been gentled up. They say that God has made the world, but He will find who's to stay there. They're too scared to play there. See what I mean? Tingle in the air at dawn by the side of the ocean. Dazzle as the glare goes on out as far as you can see. Doesn't that old sun keep each of the planets in motion? Two will get you one, that's plenty of heaven for me. 'Cause whether wind plays a show, it is this world I know, and it's this world I live in, till it's time for me to go.
Watch your woes and worries all at 11. Shed sail in your Lord on that day.
The way things are piling up, I think we'll be skipping supper tonight. The mayor suggested tea at 5, or like a speech at 6, and then at 7 you have another service.
Mama, Granny says I can have a new dress for the Bible school opening. It's to be white with blue bows. The hem just ever so slightly above my knee.
Roberta,
You're busy.
I'm sorry, honey, but I just can't. Roberta! The lawyers called again at 9. Would him and Hubbard do just fine? We're late again. It's after 3. The architects will wait to see. The broadcast office sent her to the...
Sister, your mother is refusing to give us title to our own branch. She's
us out, right down to the communion set.
Brother Burke, I don't know what to say.
Well, stop her.
Sorry, there's really nothing I can do. My mother doesn't explain her actions to me. Talk to my mother.
They promised they'd be through by 1. The staff assembly just begun. The choir needs you right at 12.
And one more thing we cannot show.
Busy music at 11. A message says call Mr. Kevin.
Sister, your mother is on a penny-pinching rampage. Now she's forcing us secretaries to pay for all business calls on the payphone.
My mother is in charge of all management decisions, Miss Sturgeon.
Even if we have to use our own nickels.
I'm sorry. Talk to my mother.
Morning, Mrs. McPherson.
Good morning.
The meeting doesn't start with you prefer to dine the service out the second floor. Like to speak to final thing the virus will start to show me.
What is there? Your mother's conducting a purge. Why, she's kicking out all the ex-dope peddlers, all the ex-bookies, all the ex-ladies of the night. My mother is in charge of membership, Mrs. Peabody.
But those are the very people who need the Lord the most.
Talk to my mother.
The service out the second floor shall we pay the heaven morning. Said the mayor suggested to your
Those
friends.
people need the Lord the most.
Right down to the communion set.
We even had to use our own nickels.
Do it now, Susan, do it now, Susan, do it now. The board of that speech in 6 reporters want an hour. Fix the lawyers call again. The architects will wait the broadcast. Now the set they promised they
Well, stop her.
Stop her!
She thinks she's Napoleon.
Genghis Khan. She's unfair, unjust, pernicious, hurtful, antagonistic, severe.
Positively unchristian.
We would follow you anywhere, sister. You could not be more loving and Christ-like.
But something has to be done about your mother.
What do you want me to do?
Well, we, the committee, beg you to take complete charge of the temple yourself.
Pension her off. Buy her out.
Get rid of her somehow.
This temple would not exist without my mother! Never, under any circumstances, could I consider doing what you ask. And that is my final word.
Very well. Then we have no alternative but to go to the press.
I have a picture of him in my mind, like a prince.
A preacher prince. A penniless preacher prince.
Dark and handsome, like Mr. Ormiston.
Yes, remarkably like Mr. Ormiston. You saw it too. Of course, they're not at all alike, really. But there's something. Perhaps it's something in the eyes. The way that he ran a hand through dark, wavy hair, the trace of a grin he left behind in the air. I still
transport you have never seen, even in your sleep. Elijah was a hairy prophet who lived on a hill. Folks in Israel can't get off and they speak of him still. How the Lord came down one morning and told Elijah sound the morning, and because of evil, topple evil, Ahab and his Jezebel. God was just as pleased as punch with what Elijah had done. Asked him, won't you come to lunch with the angels, my son? 2 o'clock, fine, I'll arrange that a chauffeur drop by.
He flew his prophet on a fiery chariot into the sky. Earthquakes turning, whirlwinds turning, chariots burning, graceful hands, all one returning, now deserting, that's the least he could do.
Noah's flood was free, he tries to keep floated to the
Moses tripped the lights fantastic right through the Red Sea.
Jacob had his golden ladder, Ezekiel's wheel was even madder. And Jesus never, hardly ever walked on land when water was free.
God told Jonah, got a mission down in the way. Joe said, sorry, busy fishing, it's my holiday. Lord said, hey boy, don't get up and eat, I'm in a spot. A whale will be around to pick you up at 3 on the dot.
Earthquakes turning, whirlwinds turning, chariots burning, graceful hands, all one returning, girl who's earning, that's the least you could do. Noah's flood was really drastic. Moses tripped the light fantastic. Jacob had his golden ladder, Ezekiel's wheel was even madder. Cause of evil, topple evil, all one returning, the girl who's earning, that's the least you could do.
God was just as pleased as punch with what Elijah had done. Asked him, won't you come to lunch with the angels, my son? 2 o'clock, fine, I'll arrange that a chauffeur drop by. He flew his prophet in a fiery chariot into the sky.
That's the least you could, that's the least you could, that's the least you could do.
Leaping down my hallway, a figure goes hasty, leaving me again with the love I've been wasting. Woman with the welcome mat constantly at her door, calling as I have before, just one more. Whether sister knew love or passed by unheeding,
watching in the starlight the lovers sashaying, wishing I might dance to the music they're playing. Princess who must wait for a partner whose blood is blue. Can you give me my debut? Oh, not you. Mother had the courage to face what I'm facing. Strength to play the role that toward me is racing. She knew how to cope all alone with the lot she'd drawn. Puzzling phenomenon, though she's gone, I go on. Her eyes were open, she chose the lonely way. Her life a lesson for me to see. And if I won't betray love, if I will repay love, all of my life should descend on a brand new day. All she has done.
Passing by my window, the young men went talking. I knew it was never of me they were talking. Girl who sat alone with the needle point on her knees. Do I suffer some disease? See me, please. Sister gave me joy every moment of living. Richer every day for the gifts I was giving. And less I could love, and the duckling became a swan. Glorious phenomenon, though she's gone, I'll go on. Her eyes were open, she chose the lonely way. Life a lesson for me to see. And if I won't betray love, if I will repay love, all of my life should descend on a brand new day. Oh, she has done, she has
We'll think of something to tell him. Haven't seen a situation yet you couldn't bluff your way through.
Always a first.
Not for you. The woman who changes mountains into molehills. Little girl in the schoolyard long ago. You can do anything. Bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum, and the music keeps playing. them come. Let the noise fill the air, bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum till you drown what you're feeling. Bang the drum, watching proud they can see that you're reeling. You're not all on your own. There are thousands who'll build you a throne, thousands more who'll keep worshiping you. Chatter, no matter, you're still the woman that they're dreaming of. And there's one that alone will love. Bang the drum,
Bang the drum, bang the drum, and the music keeps playing. Bang the drum, bang the drum. They can't hear that I feel what I'm saying. Bang the drum,
make them come. Let the noise fill the air, bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum.
Well, if you insist. As I was swimming out to sea and around the end of the pier, I heard a woman calling to me, "Oh, Mrs. McPherson, come here. My baby is dying, please pray," she cried. I couldn't resist her demand, so I swam into shore. In a second or more, I came dripping out onto the sand. Her husband was a burly man. He stood by the automobile. As I leaned in to see the babe, he gave me a shot with his heel. I jumped, of course, tumbled in, and straight away started to yell. But with them on my back and a bag in my mouth, I was certain that no one could tell.
Because she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped.
She couldn't predict
How could she detect what they would inflict?
that she would be nicked.
That's why she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped.
They ran in a trap to close in the snap.
That's how she was tricked.
At dawn next day, I woke and felt my hands and feet were bound. Some villainous drug had made me sick. I feared I would never be found.
The walls of the shack were adobe. The floor of the place was wood.
And the heat was terrific.
The desert they grinned. We're keeping you out here for good.
Because she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped.
They're greedy for cash.
They're ready to clash.
They're out of the gun.
Or give her a bash.
That's why she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped. The lady was brave.
The lady is slain.
She faced them with flash. She held out and saw her chance when they left with a man called Dan. She wiggled and jiggled and cut off her bonds on the edge of an old tin can. And straight out the window before they came back, she ran, she ran, she ran.
And I ran, 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 and I ran.
Her heart is beating. Her feet are fleeting. They may be chasing, so she keeps racing. Because she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped. Escaping her cell and speeding out. Now she stumbled and fell. That's why she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped. She started her fit, beginning to faint. But give her a break, don't send her a snake. That's why she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped.
Then over a hill, and oh, what a thrill.
Saved by the bell.
Night came down, I could see a town. It looked like paradise.
What about this time she was starting to think that some lemonade would be nice?
She went to a house, she knocked at the door, she called, her cry was hoarse.
Yes, Lord.
A man came out in his underwear, and she fainted at once, of course.
So Senor Gonzalez ran for the mayor, half naked and scared as hell. He only spoke Spanish, but as he explained, he could tell the poor dear wasn't well.
One look and the mayor said, "Didn't you guess that's Aimee who's lying there prone?"
So over the border they drove her to Douglas, a city in old Arizona.
The sheriff said, "Kidnapped!" I bet she was kidnapped!
It takes time on reason for crime and sent for the press by Western Express.
Because she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped. The lady was brave, she made a great save. And now that she's home, we won't let her roam because she was kidnapped. The lady was kidnapped.
Our hero was kidnapped. the DA.
Do you think that she'll win?
Are you ready to bet?
Will it be as good as the movies?
I'm praying it will, but she hasn't felt yet.
I'll die if I touch her enslaved by the power.
Religion like that is a sin.
I killed the seventh grade down in the stand.
Do you know what that way to get in? She's a saint.
She may need a miracle now.
She's got luck that she's used up a lot.
She's a star.
A charlatan!
Oh, she's a Tarzan. She ought to be shot.
All we want is a seat, front and center will do for us. Another seat, front will do for us.
Mrs. Benedict, can you identify the woman in this photograph?
Well, it looks like Mrs. McIntyre, but I can't rightly say, Mr. Keyes, because I ain't never seen her without her dark glasses, you know. But that is her hair, all right. I'd know her hair anywhere. And her nose and her chin.
Your Honor, the witness is referring to a certified photograph of Mrs. Aimee Simple McPherson. Senor Gonzalez, was there anything strange about this woman who supposedly walked in from the desert that night?
Strange, see. I say to my wife, I say, Madre de Dios, Maria, it is a miracle. Her dress, it is clean and fresh. She does not even ask for one glass of water. And on the bottom of her shoes, there are the stains of grass. Grass stains in the desert. It is a miracle.
And you say, Sheriff, that you were unable to locate the shack that Mrs. McPherson described?
That's right, Mr. Keyes. I sent out 3 different posse, and the Mexicans had a whole mess of cavalry out there. Between us, we covered every square foot within 30 miles. We couldn't find anything like it. Mind you, that doesn't surprise me any.
And why is that?
Everybody knows adobe huts have dirt floors. The lady described an adobe hut with wooden floors. There's no such thing.
It's a crime, I tell you. 17 years of work all blown up in her face because of some scummy underworld plot. So you still believe your daughter was kidnapped? I most certainly do. And then the poor little thing comes back from the dead, practically. And instead of looking under every rock to find the thugs that did it, you put her on trial. Oh, the underworld is in on this, all right. Just look at the chief of detectives you put in charge of this investigation. Mr. Ryan, what about him? Well, he's a Catholic. Order in the court.
What about the work? What about the time and tears? What about the love? What about the prayers and fears? What about the life she has changed and the rent has paid? Doesn't know the good she has done in this town pursuit. Can you all ignore what her true judge has made of her talents while Satan asks him to his side of the
My story is true. My people believe in me.
After a full examination of the evidence, this court has determined that there is sufficient cause to believe the defendant guilty. District Attorney Keyes is hereby instructed to proceed with a full trial.
Bang the drum, bang the drum, bang the drum, and the music keeps playing. Bang the drum, bang the drum. They can't hear that I feel what I'm saying.
love.